Hello, and welcome to Review Fluent. Today we are covering something us civilized folk have been using since the invention of the shoe. That's right, today we will be reviewing the shoe. And not just any shoe. Today, we will review our right shoe.
Now, people say that in order to understand someone, that you have to walk a mile in their shoes. So that's exactly what we did. We walked approximately 1 mile in each other's shoes in order to eliminate any biases we might hold to our own shoe. Now Aaron and I will delve into detail into each of our shoes. As you can see, my shoe has been through the woods, you could say. That is because I've spent a considerable amount of time walking through the woods with this shoe. A shoe with such wear and tear may push you to ask, Scott, why don't you just purchase a new shoe? And while that is an understandable query, it should be known that I am a broke bitch. And broke bitches don't have no time to spend cheddar on frivolous items, such as proper and comfortable footwear. If you look carefully at the lace, you'll see that it is hanging by a thread, just like my will to live. Despite it looking rather precarious, the lace holds strong, and I can comfortably tie the shoe with no worries of it untying. Now, onto the sole of the shoe. As stated before, I am a broke bitch, so I do not invest into any foot-supporting hardware such as Dr. Scholl's. So when I place my foot into the shoe, I am greeted to what feels like placing your bare foot on wet cement. It isn't exactly the ideal environment for a foot, but as they say, beauty is pain, unbearable, unyielding, pain. Now I may be a broke bitch, but I'm also a bougie broke bitch. If you look carefully into the material of the shoe, you'll see that it is suede, or at least it once was. See, unfortunately I live in the frozen hellscape that is Wisconsin, so the suede material does not hold up long, and it is now currently rougher than me after an episode of The Bachelor. The show gets me emotional. Overall, 80 overpaid dollars out of 10.
I'm not as outdoorsy and rough and tumble as Scott. This can be seen by the lack of woods on my shoe. My shoe, however, has considerable salt stains on them. This is because I am not one to fit into social conformities of what is a proper footwear. As an individual that dares to be different, I prefer my feet to be cold and wet instead of warm and protected during these winter months. I assure you, if this shoe gets even minimal amounts of moisture on it, it will be damp and ruin my day. But nevertheless, it will dry off in roughly 8 hours of time if left unused. Notice the knot shoelace. Moving on to the bottom of my shoe, it can be seen that it's taken considerable damage and is beginning to form a hole. Oh, this is because I scuff my feet like a lazy sack of shit. Why could I possibly be bothered to lift my feet completely off the ground when I can continue to drag them and annoy everyone within a 20-foot radius? You might have noticed my type of shoe and be wondering, is this man perhaps a skater? No, I am not. Overall, I would give this one right shoe out of a pair of shoes.
So there you have it, our reviews of our right shoes. We hope that this helps you in establishing an illustrious opinion on your own right shoe. Understanding your right shoe allows you to gaze upon your own soul. Thank you for watching this review, and please subscribe to stay up to date on the latest and greatest from Review Fluent. And remember, only you can prevent forest fires. So do not call the fire department in the case of an emergency, because in reality, it's just you that can stop the crisis.